Buyers in front of us, we try to take shortcuts. Show them houses, open doors, and say make an offer. It doesn't work that way. Ready? Here come the 4 factors, the 4 crucial factors that I want you to execute to make that initial meeting with your buyers a success. It's an opportunity for you to make a commission. It's an opportunity for you to make a relationship with these people, with this family. It's an opportunity for you to put them where they belong, and they will in turn, ready, wait for it, give you referrals. And that's how you create a successful real estate career. But before we get to those 4 factors, do me a favor, like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I don't know what you're waiting for, hit that bell icon. Let's do this. Factor number 1, and it's important when you're dealing with the buyer. That initial meeting is crucial. Ready? Here it comes. Location. As far as where you're gonna meet them. Where are you gonna meet them? That location of that meeting that you're gonna meet them. Now, a lot of people, what they wanna do is this. They wanna make it convenient for themselves. Now, I'm talking about the real estate agent. They say, well, you know what, Mr. Buyer, how you doing? You're on the phone with them. Mr. Buyer, how are you? Listen, this is Rico, the real estate agent who's gonna help you find your dream house. There's a Starbucks down the street. Let's go ahead and meet at that Starbucks. Sounds convenient, doesn't it? Sounds like a lot of people probably do that. You're gonna buy them a cup of coffee. Sounds like you're being nice. But when it comes to business, is it a good idea? It's a horrible idea. Let me say it again. It's a horrible idea. Let me say it one more time. It's a dumb idea. And I say it with passion because it's extraordinarily unnecessary and it'll backfire on you. Now, why will it backfire on you? I want you to think about this. You're going to invite them into your realm. You're going to invite them into your home, into your real estate world. The best place to invite them, or you're gonna invite them to your real estate world would be what? Yeah, your brokerage, your office. Now, why is that a good idea? Think about it. It's because in your office, you have every single resource you're gonna need. You're gonna have computers. You're gonna know the passwords to these computers. You're gonna have bathrooms. If your client has to go to the bathroom, you know, hey, it's down the hallway to the left. You're gonna have coffee to offer them at your office. This is crucial. You gotta go to a safe zone, a professional zone, an atmosphere that says, wow, this guy's got it together. And he knows exactly what's going on in this brokerage. You know where the printers are. If he wants copies of the contract, Starbucks isn't gonna have it. If he's gotta go to the bathroom, Starbucks is gonna have to give you, they might have to wait in line to get to the bathroom. We wanna make this nice and smooth. Meet them in a location that you know will benefit everybody. Now listen, factor number 2, one of my favorites. Factor number 2 is this. Let me remind you, this is an opportunity. You have somebody in front of you who needs your help. You put them in a house, you close the transaction, you close escrow, you earn yourself a commission, they get into the house. Factor number 2, ready, wait for it, is none of this will happen unless you have a connection with these people, with the buyers. You have to have a connection. Now, what the hell am I talking about, a connection? That seems like a broad word, a connection. You gotta get them comfortable with you. Now, they already want a house. What they're looking for is somebody to put them in a house comfortably. They want the process to be comfortable. They want somebody who's, I don't know, has that genuine niceness about it. Somebody who really wants to help them. Now, the connection I'm referring to is something in common with them. Chit chat about something. I don't know, about sports, about cooking, about their kids, about schools. Are you from this area? Wow, so am I. What high school did you go to? Did you go to college? Which college? Wow, I know where that's located. You gotta make sure there's a human connection. Give them that human touch. That's crucial. That's where you're gonna win or lose this transaction. They gotta like you. This is a likability business. It's a people business. They gotta like you. And the only way they're gonna like you is if you create a connection. A connection, a connection, a connection. Now, factor number 3, I want you to pay special attention to it. Listen, I want you to literally listen to this part carefully, because I made my mistakes with this one. Factor number 3 is pre-approval. Asking your buyers if they are ready to purchase a house financially. Now, this is crucial. This is actually very sensitive. It's a sensitive subject because most realtors will just simply ask that direct question, which is, are you pre-approved for a loan? Seems like such an innocent question. Seems like such an innocent question. Hey buyer, are you pre-approved for a loan? Do you have gas in the gas tank so that we can travel? Seems like a beautiful question. Or isn't? I hate that question. And I'll tell you why I hate that question. Because in a sense, you're asking them, are you sure you can afford this? Are you ready to buy a house? Can you do this? How insulting is that? Let me give you a quick backstory. Happened to me once. Here it goes. I had a listing. I had a local listing near my home. Somebody called me off of my sign, the sign that's sitting in front of my listing with my phone number. They called me. I picked up the phone and they, of course, said, can I see your house? I could be there in about half an hour. Well, luckily I live nearby, so I said, sure, I'll be there and I'll meet you there. I got ready, rushed over there. Luckily, I got there ahead of time. I went inside and turned on all the lights to make sure it's nice and bright in the house. You with me so far? Waited for them to show up and they finally did arrive. And as they're walking up the driveway towards me, I look out towards them and I asked that simple question. I said, excuse me, are you pre-approved for a loan? And they stopped in their tracks. I'm like, whoa. They stopped in their tracks and they shouted to me, what, you don't think we could buy this house? What, you don't think we could buy this house? I was so surprised. They got back in their car and they left. I lost an opportunity with a buyer. Now, I meant nothing by it. I didn't mean to insult them, but in a way I did. I said, are you sure you could do this? I was asking them, are you sure you can do this? So I reflected on that simple question of, are you pre-approved for a loan? And what I did was this. I changed my approach. That question no longer exists in my presentations with my buyers. I now say, excuse me, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, will you be paying all cash for this property? Or will you be taking advantage of these great low interest rates we have today? Now think about that. Think about that versus, are you pre-approved for a loan? It's never failed me since. I've never insulted anybody since. On the contrary, I think it flatters them. You're asking, will you be purchasing this house cash? Or will you be taking advantage of these great interest rates? It's got nothing to do with, do you qualify for a loan? I'm not gonna show you a goddamn house until you show me a pre-approval letter. It's simply saying, do you need help with a loan? If they say they are, of course, already working with a lender, you simply say, well, can you please pass their contact information so that we could do this together, put you in the right house together, you, the lender, and myself. Nice and simple. Now, factor number 4 is the buyer-broker agreement. Now, what the hell am I talking about? I just threw you a curveball. Lighten up, let me explain how this works. A lot of realtors out there will not dare to put a buyer in their car or show any properties to any buyers without having a written contractual agreement, a commitment from a buyer. They wouldn't even leave their brokerage to say, hey, buyer, follow me, until the buyer commits to them contractually, saying, you have to buy a house with me. You have to buy a house with me. And that's called a buyer-broker agreement, specifically known as the Buyer Representation Agreement Exclusive, the BRE, here in the state of California. Now, I want you to think about that. You have a real estate agent, a realtor, who tells a buyer, I want you to love me right now. You don't know anything about me. We've only spent the last 15, 20, 30 minutes together, and I want you to love me. You're forcing them to love you. They don't even know you yet. You want them to sign a contract marrying you, in a sense, in the real estate world. You have to buy a house with me per this contract, and if you don't, you're gonna have to pay me a commission. Holy Mother of Mercy. It almost sounds ugly. You have to love me. You're forcing them to love you. Now, how does love typically happen? It happens over time. It happens with a genuine fashion. It happens when people respect each other, get to know each other. It happens over time. Could be a few days, could be a few weeks, could be a few months. It's the same type of relationship you'll be creating with your buyers. Listen, let's get something straight. Buying a home typically is a very emotional time for most buyers. That's, of course, taking investors aside. Investors just want profit. But a buyer who's buying a home to live in it, it's an emotional period. It's an emotional time. You with me? Stick with me on this one. Now, you're telling them that the only way you're going to help them is that if they commit to you right here, right now. I've represented buyers my entire career. I would say over 250 buyers in my career. And I've not once used that contract. I take them out the first time they get to know me. We talk about our kids. We talk about the house. We talk about what are you looking for specifically. Wow, would it be fun if you had a pool in your backyard? What would you do if you had a pool? Oh, that'd be neat, huh? Barbecues, summers with your kids. Well, that's great. You make a connection. You don't have to pressure them into something that they don't want to do. Listen, I put this to the test once. I had somebody come into me when I was managing a brokerage once, and this particular realtor asked me, hey, Rico, do you ever use a buyer-broker agreement? I looked at this particular agent, I said, absolutely not. And this particular agent said, well, Rico, guess what? The textbooks say we should use them. We should get our client and have them commit to us immediately without them knowing who we are. That doesn't make sense to me. She goes, well, Rico, I'm gonna follow what the book says. The textbook says we should. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And my client's coming in right now. I said, hey, let me know how it works out. I saw the client walk in. This particular realtor spent about, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes with their client. Client left. I asked that realtor after their meeting, I said, how did it go? She says they wouldn't sign it. I didn't think so. It's a very intimidating contract. And you're gonna lose an opportunity. You're gonna lose an opportunity by forcing somebody to do something they don't wanna do. This is supposed to be a fun time, a free time, a time to say, show me this house, show me that house, and show me that house. What, you don't wanna show me houses? You don't wanna help me unless I commit to you? Sounds like there's a problem there. You with me? So, be careful with that buyer-broker agreement. Some of your brokerages may train you on how to get them to sign. It almost sounds like trickery to me. I won't use it. I want them to love me genuinely over a small period of time. You got it? Good. Let's go over this one more time. Number one, meeting location. Crucial, put them somewhere where you have everything accessible to you. You want to show them you got your act together. Number two, make that connection. That's your start. That's where they're gonna say, wow, this person actually cares for us. This real estate agent actually cares for us. I dig it. Number three, pre-approval. Careful with this one. You don't want to use the phrase, are you pre-approved? You might want to use the alternative, the more positive approach, which is, will you be paying cash? Or will you be utilizing the great low interest rates that we have today? Number four, that buyer-broker agreement. My God, it's intimidating. It's your business. You want to use it? Go right ahead. Don't listen to me. I've only closed about 500 deals. What the hell do I know? My recommendation, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. All right? Hope this helps you out. Hey, listen, do me a favor. If you have any comments on this, if you disagree with me, hey, with all due respect, that's fine. Leave a comment down below. What have you done that's worked for you? What have you done that has not worked for you? Listen, opportunities. We don't want them to get past us. One of the great phrases I've ever heard, one of the great quotes I've ever heard by Thomas Edison. He said, a lot of people lose opportunities because opportunity is dressed in overalls and requires work. These four factors require work, requires thought, requires you having a heart and really caring for them and not seeing your buyer as another number, putting them where they want to be. You got it? Good. Hey, listen, do me a favor. Like this video, I'm going to wait. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, and as a reminder, first week of every month, we have a free intro class for you. Thinking about a real estate career, check it out. The link is down below. Don't miss out. Great to see you, and we hope to see you next week.